Deck R 2026-0606 LF13. Case file TR 3847. The stairwell that added a floor. Type: long form format. Case file registry case file TR 3847. Classification: architectural anomaly. Status: unresolved. On the morning of March 3rd, maintenance worker Dale Purcell was asked to replace a fluorescent bulb on the 5th floor of the Linden Park parking structure in Cedarville, Indiana. The structure was built in 1997. It has 5 floors. Dale Purcell knew this because he had worked there for 11 years and had never once encountered a 6th. He took the elevator to 5. He replaced the bulb. On his way back down, he pressed the button for the lobby. The elevator descended. The display showed floor 5, floor 4, floor 3, floor 2, floor 1. And then it kept going. The display showed floor -1. Dale assumed it was a glitch. He'd seen the display flicker before. The building was old, the wiring inconsistent. He stepped out when the doors opened and found himself in a concrete corridor that looked exactly like the other floors, except there were no cars, no painted lines, no exit signs. Just bare concrete walls and a ceiling that was 2 inches shorter than it should have been. He walked 40 feet down the corridor before he noticed the door at the end. It was a standard gray steel fire door, identical to every other fire door in the building. But this one had a small brass placard mounted at eye level. The placard read, "Floor -1. Authorized personnel only." Dale did not enter the room. He turned around, walked back to the elevator, and pressed the button for the lobby. The elevator rose. Floor 1. He stepped out. He called his supervisor. The supervisor, a man named Ray Ketchum, told Dale he was imagining things. Ray got in the elevator, pressed floor 5, and returned to the lobby 4 minutes later. He had not encountered a floor -1. He told Dale to go home and rest. Dale went home. He did not rest. That night, Dale began documenting what he had seen. He drew a floor plan from memory. He measured the ceiling height in his mind, 2 inches shorter than the standard 8 feet. He noted the absence of painted lines. He noted the door with the placard. 3 days later, Dale returned to the building at 2 a.m. He took the elevator to 5. He replaced nothing. He pressed the lobby button. The elevator descended. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, -1. He stepped out. The corridor was the same. The ceiling was the same. The door was the same. This time, the room beyond was approximately 12 feet by 12 feet. The walls were bare concrete. In the center of the room, there was a metal folding chair. On the chair, there was a manila folder. Dale picked up the folder. Inside, there was a single sheet of paper. The paper was a photocopy of a parking structure floor plan, but this one showed 6 floors. Floor -1 was labeled storage. Dale photographed the folder with his phone. The photographs are included in Appendix A of this case file. He then noticed something else in the room. On the far wall, at floor level, there was a vent. standard HVAC vent. Dale crouched down and looked through the slats. Behind the vent, there was another corridor. This one was narrower. It extended to the left and right, disappearing around corners in both directions. There was light, a pale yellow glow, coming from somewhere deeper inside. Dale did not enter the vent. He left the room, returned to the elevator, and went home. The next morning, Dale called Ray Ketchum and told him what he had found. Ray told him to stop coming to work. Dale did not stop coming to work. He returned that night at 1 a.m. He took the elevator to 5. He pressed the lobby button. The elevator descended. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It did not go to -1. Dale pressed the button again. The elevator rose to 5. He pressed the lobby again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The doors opened. He was in the lobby. He tried 17 more times over the next hour. The elevator never went to -1 again. Dale Purcell reported his experience to the Cedarville Building Department on March 12th. The department conducted a routine inspection of the Linden Park parking structure on March 15th. They confirmed the structure has 5 floors. They confirmed there is no floor -1. They confirmed there is no storage level below ground. The Doords reported his experience to the Cedarville Building Department on March 15th. They confirmed there is no storage level below ground. The Diargic still takes the feud and his judgments, passing into a dareback in Gullish. Wales. Dale Purcell was asked to submit to a psychological evaluation. He refused. On March 19th, Dale returned to the building at midnight. He did not take the elevator. Instead, he walked to the stairwell on the east side of the building and began descending from the ground floor. He counted the flights. 1 flight to the basement parking level, standard. He continued down. The stairs kept going. Flight 2, Flight 3, Flight 4. At the bottom of the 4th flight below ground, Dale found another door. This one was not gray steel. It was wood, solid oak. It had a brass handle and no placard. He opened it. Beyond the door was a hallway that extended approximately 200 feet in both directions. The floor was carpeted, dark green, industrial grade. The walls were covered in wood paneling. Mager chipboard meat, there was a door on either side. All doors were closed. All doors were identical to the oak door Dale had just come through. Dale walked down the hallway for approximately 100 feet. He counted 5 doors on each side. He tried the handle of the 6th door on the right. It was locked. He tried the 7th door on the left. It opened. The room beyond was an office. There was a desk. On the desk, there was a rotary telephone, a typewriter, and a stack of manila folders. There was also a nameplate. The nameplate read, R. Ketchum, building superintendent. Dale picked up the rotary telephone. It was dead. No dial tone. He picked up one of the manila folders. Inside, there was a single sheet of paper. It was a maintenance log. Handwritten entries dated from 1963 to 1989. The entries were mundane. Replaced bulb, 3rd floor. Fixed leak, 5th floor. Inspected fire extinguishers, all floors. The last entry was dated December 31st, 1989. It read, "Final inspection complete. All floors accounted for. Shutting down lower levels per directive." Dale took the folder. He returned to the stairwell. He climbed back to the ground floor. He walked to his car and drove home. The next morning, Dale called Ray Ketchum's office. The line was disconnected. He drove to the building and asked a security guard about Ray Ketchum. The guard said there was no Ray Ketchum on staff. Dale asked to see the employee roster. The guard refused. Dale returned home. He opened the manila folder he had taken from the office. The maintenance log was still inside. But now, there was a second page. A page that had not been there before. It was a photograph. The photograph showed a stairwell. At the bottom of the stairwell, there was a wood door. The door was open. Beyond the door, there was a hallway with wood paneling and green carpet. In the photograph, standing in the hallway, facing the camera, was Dale Purcell. Dale called the Cedarville Police Department. He reported the photograph as evidence of surveillance. An officer was dispatched to his home. The officer examined the photograph. The officer asked Dale where the photograph had come from. Dale explained. The officer asked Dale to step outside so they could return to the building together. Dale agreed. He reached for the manila folder on his kitchen table. It was gone. Dale searched his house for 30 minutes. He did not find the folder. He did not find the photograph. He did not find the maintenance log. The officer told Dale he could file a report, but without evidence, there was nothing the department could do. Dale Purcell has not returned to the Linden Park parking structure. He has not taken an elevator in any building since March 19th. He walks exclusively on the ground floor. The Linden Park parking structure continues to operate normally. It has 5 floors. There is no floor -1. Registry analysts have reviewed Dale Purcell's account and find it consistent with other reports of structural anomalies in the Cedarville area. Specifically, 3 other buildings in the downtown corridor have been noted to have stairwells that extend beyond their expected depth, though none have produced the specific details documented in this case. The wood door has not been located. The hallway has not been located. Ray Ketchum does not appear to exist in any municipal employment record prior to 1997. Case file TR3847 remains open. Any individual who has accessed a sub-basement level in a parking structure in Cedarville, Indiana, between the years of 1997 and 2026 is encouraged to contact the registry. End of case file.